Hello, my name is Jasmine Forzani, and I will be giving a lesson on organization structures. This organization chart is called a hierarchy because it has a clear top, middle, and bottom. An employee's position within the hierarchy indicates their status and authority. Each layer of authority is called a level of authority or command. Oftentimes in a hierarchy, the vertical chain of command can be seen, as displayed by the arrows to the right. As we climb up the levels on the hierarchy, responsibility and authority increases. As we climb down on the hierarchy, command decreases. Those at the top of the hierarchy are often paid higher salaries because their responsibility and authority is greater. Also, their decisions often affect the whole company. This is another example of an organization chart. As you can see, there is a managing director at the head of the company, and then there are directors for each individual department within the company. For example, there are directors for production, marketing, finance, administration, and development. If you look to the production department, you can see that there are directors heading this department, and then also other sub-management categories. This can be very useful in relieving the work of handling a certain amount of span of control, and is great for companies who are looking for experienced managers who have specific skills in a specific field and will be more effective at being managers of their departments. As you can see, all of the individual directors ultimately report back to the managing director. Having such an organization also allows the company to facilitate effective communication among its employees. A tall hierarchy has many levels of authority, while a flat hierarchy has few levels of authority. This is displayed by the triangles here on this slide. The tall hierarchy has noticeably more levels than the flat hierarchy. This is an example of the span of control within the management structure of a company who has a flat hierarchy. The span of control is the number of people that each manager controls. A large span of control means that a manager has a large number of staff under their direct control, while a small span of control means that each manager looks after a small group of staff. As you can see on this chart, there is one overseeing director, and then there are two directors that have a rather large span of control because they are within a flat hierarchy, so there are fewer levels of authority. This is an example of what the span of control would look like for an organization with a tall hierarchy. As you can see, each director has a lower span of control because there are so many more levels of authority as opposed to the chart in the previous slide. Sometimes this allows for better communication because employees really feel like they are able to get to their management and discuss any ideas and concerns. This pyramidal structure is essentially a hierarchy. We have the workers at the bottom, the middle management and senior management towards the top, and the MD at the very top. As with the hierarchy in slide 1, as we climb up the pyramid, responsibility and authority increases, and as we climb down, command decreases. Centralized management is a management practice in which all or most decision makers who have the authority, control, and responsibility for the entire organization are located in one central office or position. In this particular structure, we have the managing director at the center, who is essentially in charge of all of the major operations of the business, such as marketing, sales, production, finance, and research and development. Here we have a collaborative management structure in which the departments of the business collaborate with each other to manage the company. For example, here we see that the sales, marketing, production, and accounts and finance teams are intertwined. Each employee, no matter what department they're in, helps out other departments in order to move the company forward. As you may recall, a flat organization is one in which there are fewer levels of authority. Here we see a circular relation between the departments of the company that shows how management in each department is essential to the success and management of the other departments. The matrix structure is a multifunctional team structure that facilitates horizontal flow of authority in addition to its normal or vertical flow. It is used mainly in management of large projects or product development processes, and it draws employees from different functional disciplines such as accounting, engineering, marketing, etc., for assignment to a team without removing them from their respective positions. The employees in such an organization report on day-to-day performance to the project or product manager, whose authority flows sideways or horizontally across departmental boundaries. In this structure, the major functions of sales, marketing, research and development, production, finance, and human resources are working for the project of the company.